What's good, everybody? This is Dale from Upstate Bets and DFS. I got an 8-game slate here on Monday I'm about to cover for you guys. Here without Riaz today, but Riaz gave me his 2 picks he wanted me to mention in the video. So, going to have those picks to give you, so 4 picks total today, which is going to be awesome. You guys absolutely smashed last video. I want to say thank you for that. That was our first video that went over 2,000 views. Yeah, absolutely amazing. So thank you for that. Usually Saturdays aren't the craziest days for NBA too. You figure like a Taco Tuesday or like a Wednesday when there's 10, 11 games, but a Saturday going out there, especially on a day where there's a huge UFC card, giving us 2,000 views, over 2,000 views rather, over 30 subscribers in that day. Absolutely amazing. So thank you guys for that. You can sign up using promo code UPSTATE, give you a 100% deposit match on your first deposit up to $100 here on Prize Picks. If you deposit 100, you get 100 back to play with. Even if you want to do 25, 30, 40, 50, whatever you want to do, they'll match that all the way up to 100. Simple way to play. You take over under on player props. They got a crazy amount of stuff. They got NFL future bets, so you can bet on like passing yards for quarterbacks. They got they will have NBA future bets after the season. They got esports, college sports, anything you can think of. Yeah, a lot of stuff on here. Fun way to play. The Patreon, successful little weekend. Saturday was a fun day for NBA. A lot of big scoring games, a lot of big nights for certain players. I was on the wrong side of one of them. I went to Darius Garland. He was playing decent, and then got a little bit short, 17 points total. He was at 21.5. Ingram, he ended up smashing, hit that half-court shot and whatnot. So Riaz had a decent day over on the Patreon as well. We also did some some UFC stuff over there for the main card. Unfortunately, he was on Masvidal. Didn't end up paying out over there, but we're going to have a ton of stuff over on the Patreon for March Madness, the ACC tournament, the Big Ten tournament, all the tournaments for all the conferences we're going to be covering, and March Madness, of course. Once we get there, it already feels like March Madness is upon us. I know it's March, but it's later. You just see these crazy highlights on ESPN and stuff. It's just you feel it in the air, man. It's nice. Spring is coming, so brighter days are ahead for college basketball. Really going to be some fun time over there on the Patreon. We do have a free Discord down in the description, as well as a premium Discord for our Patreon members, so you can sign up for that. If you would like. Everything's listed in the description, but let's get after this video. So I'm going to go with Saddiq Bey over 17.5 points in this game against Atlanta. He's been playing really well. 4 out of the last 5. He had some really good games here against Charlotte, and then he had a really good game against the Pacers. So I love this matchup for him, and he already played well once against Atlanta. 21 points against Atlanta, 7 out of his last 10. The problem is Saddiq Bey has a low floor. He can go out there and give you 3 points. We've seen it before against Cleveland most recently, but he does have a 30-point ceiling. He has 30-point upside, and the good news is Atlanta's been involved in some shootouts. They definitely can give up some points, and Detroit's looked good. They have the offensive has meshed really well. Cade himself is 5 out of the last 5 for his points prop, and he's been playing good. I mean, Atlanta ranks 19th in points allowed, 21st in three-pointers allowed, and 26th in shooting small forward defense. And Saddiq Bey really has the green light to shoot from deep, and I really like his game, so I'm going to pick him here. Riaz, for his first pick, I do have him in that same game. Clint Capella over 9 points. He likes this game as well. I think it's going to be a really good game, high-scoring game with a 230 total. I liked him in the PRA a little bit more, but Riaz wants to run with him in points. Obviously, he's one of his guys. Clint Capella, he's been on him all season. I think this is a good matchup for him. Isaiah Stewart doesn't really hold up against Clint Capella too well, and he can go out there and absolutely just hack, get four fouls in the first half. Clint Capella can get a lot of these points from the line, and obviously no 3-point upside or anything like that, but they just don't really have a big presence down low. Detroit doesn't. So I really like Clint Capella here. Like I said, PRA is an option too, but Riaz is all over the points. So the next guy I want to get to is another big man, actually, and that's going to be Karl-Anthony Towns here. Going against the Portland Trailblazers. And let me find him here. Here he is at 27.5 points. So I'm kind of kicking myself because I was all over Towns, and he had a horrible hit rate the first time they played Portland on March 5th. So over on the Patreon, I was going to talk about Towns. I was like, it's really a gut pick. It really was coming right from the gut, and there was no indication that Karl-Anthony Towns was going to have a big game. He played Portland already twice. Didn't play well in those 2 games, but then it goes out and smashes. And it's sometimes you just have to look about the situation and just see how other people are playing. And it just sometimes you do got to ride with the gut. And I understand Karl-Anthony Towns is 2 out of his last 5. He's 4 of his last 10. But that game against Portland on March 5th, he was absolutely unstoppable. Got to the line multiple times, shot 11 free throws, and I hate that I passed up on him, but I'm happy I get a chance to, redeem myself here. He goes against Portland again, so don't burn us, Towns. And the nice thing is that he didn't hit 1 3 in that game and still went for 36 points. And we know Karl-Anthony Towns has huge 3-point upside. We know he provides it. He won the 3-point contest, and right now they rank 28th in 3-pointers allowed. Portland does. You know the defense is absolutely horrible for them. 26 in points allowed, 25th in free throws allowed. Towns can do it any which way, from the line, from mid-range, from deep, driving to the basket, dunking on somebody. So, you know, this should be like a blowout here in Minnesota's favor. I hope Karl-Anthony Towns is the reason why they're blowing them out. So he's going to be one of my main guys here at 27.5. The last guy Riaz wants to get to is over in PRA. It's going to be Donovan Mitchell. He was on Donovan Mitchell a couple weeks ago. Paid off for him. Let's see if he can do it again here tonight. A little bit of a tough matchup against Dallas, but we know Mitchell has really high upside when it comes to scoring. Can go out there and give you 30 points a night just scoring-wise. And if he can get things going as a playmaker, which we've seen before, going out there giving you 6-7 dimes a night. And as a rebounder, not going to wow you because Rudy Gobert definitely can go out there and give you just 20 rebounds any given night. But he can definitely give you 5-6, which provides a serious amount of upside here against Dallas. Dallas defense has been solid. They've been solid against the perimeter. They've been solid all the year around, but I really like Donovan Mitchell in the spot, man. It should be a really tight game. The pace is going to be played not the quickest, but it should be in Mitchell's favor here. He can get the offense going a little bit. 32.5 just seems a little bit too low for his upside, especially with that 50 bomb against Houston there. I saw it right under Phoenix. Mixed the two teams together, but no, Donovan Mitchell here at 32.5 looks really tasty. We're gonna go over on him, over on all four guys here, and that'll be it. You can run those guys as a flex play or a power play. I'm gonna be doing some stuff over on the Patreon in a couple hours here as more things come out. We're still waiting on a couple more things, but some of these guys do look really good. Like I said, thank you for everything that you've done so far in terms of subscribing, liking the videos. We got that video up to almost 80 likes. Absolutely phenomenal day. Let's hope we can repeat there. Let's get these likes ripping. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And thank you guys. Peace out.